All right, welcome back. It's always great when you're able to work with someone very closely, and we have a couple who have put together an incredible book, a collection of quotes with modern day paradigms for appropriately godly values into our lives and businesses. Please welcome Channon and Solomon Oyeniran to the show.
Hi, Nikki.
Great to be on the show, Nikki. Thank you.
Welcome. Yeah,
Thank
welcome
you.
back for the second time.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Awesome. Well, this is great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know how much work it takes to publish a book.
Yeah.
So this is fantastic. So it's called Live, Love, Learn, and Grow. I love it.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So tell me a little bit about how you came to create the book, and then we'll talk about your background.
Yeah. Oh. Sure. The book is titled Live, Love, Learn, Grow, and as the name sounds itself, it's just probably you'll have thought of one single name, but after writing everything, we're like, you know what? This is actually everything it contains together. So it's live intentionally, practically, authentically as you can. Love not just yourself, but all others around you. Learn virtually from everything, people you meet, situations that occur. So learn through that, and then ultimately bring all that together and move forward with it and grow ultimately. And think all of that together is what we're going through. It happened to us, but we still want to grow into as well. So we all put that together to create the book. Yeah.
How long did it take?
It's hard to really capture the time because it's just more so our own life story put together. So to say when we really sat down to work on it took like a year in total.
Okay.
But it's been a long time work project coming together since 2006 precisely.
Yeah, it's a combination of your life experiences put together and new ones that you've created as a couple.
Yeah.
All right. So it's got a chock full of wisdom.
Yes.
And I was glancing through some of these sayings. Can you share some with us right
Yeah.
now?
So for example, I was just looking at this one today as I was telling you. One of the quotes, literally all the quotes in there are original. Like they're not like we copied from somewhere and these things we came up. So we started with writing like the articles and stories, and then we said, okay, how do we capture that in a very careful form? So the quotes came from that. For example, no fear in love. True love takes away fear and replaces it with freedom. Freedom unleashes energy to enter a new frontier of learning and growth. Right?
Love that. Yeah.
Things like that, and then so we looked at that as a section of a topic of the book rather than say a whole chapter, but what can we say about love, what can we say about learning and growing from there, so, right? And then the aspect of traveling, I think she likes that very well.
So a single travel experience can change your life forever. It's when you take journeys and step out of your comfort zone that your eyes are open to the beauty and the blessedness of all that God has created. And we experienced that ourselves, having met in the UK school.
That's where you met.
Masters. So travel is very important to us. It's dear to our heart, and we saw just how God moved in our lives. Took that step in travel.
Okay, from UK to here.
Yeah.
And you also have a bundle of love. You have a son.
We do, 14 and a half months old.
What's his name?
Aralua. Yeah.
Okay. Does that mean something in a different
does.
language?
Yeah, Aralua means the greatness and the awesomeness of God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The big name.
It is. It is. And you do many things together. You know, I see you do quite a bit for Black History.
Yes.
And also a youth leadership program that you have together. So let's talk about the leadership program.
Yeah.
So we have a young adults ministry. It's called Light Generation. It operates in the Durham region. So it's for 18 plus young adults who we just want to empower them. We want them to do positive things. We want them to shine their light and do great things with different activities, speak positivity into their life, and just do different things and really try and encourage them because we know that's a difficult age to be at.
Sure.
We want them to go the right way rather.
Yeah. Yeah, through your guidance.
Yes.
And it's so right what you say about words. Words have power.
They do.
Words can give life and they can also destroy.
Yes.
So you're trying to set up a platform to create positivity through words and through expression.
Yes.
That's very, very important. Solomon?
Yep. Yeah, just to add to what Channon was saying, I think again it's most of it built on our personal experiences as individuals, and quite interestingly, we've come from very diverse
Yeah.
background.
What's your background?
From Nigeria, basically. I mean, you're a bad man from Nigeria, right? And speaking a totally different language, and then gets into the UK to meet with her, and then being here in Canada ultimately. It's been a bunch of different learnings here and there that I've been able to put together. And what we found out ultimately is about creating something good and value. And the best way to create that is to share more, is to express more in the community. And many people say we do a lot, but the bottom line is we are learning through that too as well. We're giving back, and through that, we're learning. And I picked that principle, and we both learned that whilst we're in the school together. It's called experiential learning, where you do things, and through that you learn back as
Absolutely.
well, right? By reflecting on what you're going through. And we kind of captured that a little bit as well in the book, where we started off on you really pausing momentarily to really review and just taking the information you've heard, what you've learned, or what you've gone through, and then see what you want to gain from that.
It's
going
very
forward.
therapeutic.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's
And we
like-
try to put that in what we do with the young adults, with the youth, in the book, and continue to build on that going forward. Yeah, you're right, Nikki. It's very therapeutic.
It's the written expression, the different ways of expressing yourself is a release of emotions.
Yes.
So it can only result in healing yourself and healing those around you. So
Yes.
it's a very dynamic and beautiful
For sure.
process.
True, yeah.
So what's next for you?
Ah,
You had to pause and take a breath.
It's quite,
I thought of everything.
yeah, there's quite a
Um,
couple of things,
Yeah, we'd like to have some book launches in the UK where we met, specifically Manchester. Should be going in a few months, as well as Nigeria, Solomon is from,
Yeah.
launching the book there, different, just touch points and touch points about thinking about maybe writing a second one. And, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
You're not
obviously-
busy enough.
I
Yeah,
know.
be
And then
more-
raising a baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
be more present in the community, and talking more with people. Again, the book is extensive, as you already observed. We literally can pick one topic, like embracing criticism, and stick with that for the rest of the month. So kind of create this packet of conversation where we can just pick up one anywhere, talk with people more, and just continue to build that knowledge through wherever we go. We plan along the line, because what we found out through writing this and then putting all the knowledge together, that you ultimately want to become somebody that is outstanding, right? And once you begin to be outstanding, it's easy for people to want to follow you as well,
Sure.
right? And then so we found out that as we begin to write, and we're creating this environment of people wanting to grow, wanting to move forward, and then leadership emerge, right? So we're like, oh yeah, this is something important to capture, right? So along the line, we might probably come forward with a leadership conference emerging from the book. We'll see how things go, but yeah, there's a lot in the works right now. But I'm just taking it one day at a time. Especially with the baby around the corner, like, geez, that dude. So yeah.
I can't imagine the explosion of learning
Yes.
this little boy
Yeah.
is experiencing every day.
It's
So
already
Yeah.
started, yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I really congratulate you on the book
Thank you.
and everything you're doing in the community. And how can people reach you?
Yep, so people can reach us. We have a number of ways, and I'm going to pull up the book because we have a different way. So Twitter is at Live, Love, Learn, GR_. Instagram is at Live, Love, Learn, Grow. And Facebook is Live, Love, Learn, Grow Book. So please reach out to us. You could always call us, email us, but social media is the best.
And obviously the website too, www.livelovelearngrow.ca. Easy, and then you can get more information.
Fantastic. And Channon, can you leave us with some pearls of wisdom? Maybe a quote?
I will.
Correct.
I'll do one more. Failure is indicative of the fact that you tried something. Don't give up. Never quit. Learn from the process and try again. You will succeed.
All right. Fantastic. Channon, thank you so much.
Nikki.
Solomon?
Nice seeing you again.
Awesome.
Thank you.
The Oyeninarans, you please
Yeah.
go and pick up a copy of the book. Live, love, learn, and grow. Thank you. We'll be back. Thank you for joining us here. The Nikki Clarke Show, live at the Paintbox Bistro, 555 Dundas Street East. And we have a lady who is a motivational speaker. She is a personal coach and just an all-around dynamic woman. Please welcome Deborah Austin to the show. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, Nikki. I'm so thrilled to be here.
Awesome. Thank you for taking the time out to be here with us today. So tell us a little bit about your background.
Well, I'm a writer, a speaker, a coach, and consultant, and I work with entrepreneurs, small business owners, and professionals, helping them to elevate their public speaking and presentation skills.
Excellent. And how long have you been doing that now?
Well, you'll learn more about my journey, but in terms of offering that as a service, it's just been under 2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah.
So what skills did you notice happening, and what were your interests growing up that led you into this career?
Well, Nikki, I'm sure some of your audience members will be able to relate, and it wasn't a linear process that led me to where I am now. And it's really a culmination of my educational background. I have an honors BA in international relations. My professional experience, I worked in the media when I was a student, and also with IT companies and in the public sector. And really my volunteer work. I grew up in a family where volunteerism and community involvement was very, very important.
Sounds like mine.
Very much so. Growing up in the church, I helped with homeless initiatives such as Out of the Cold and helping with women's shelters, children and women who lived in homeless shelters to raise charitable drives like clothing and other necessities, and with other volunteer organizations. So just based on some of the leadership work that I did with nonprofit organization, especially Toastmasters, which is a leadership and communications organization. So I mentored and I coached people, and I found out that I loved it. I had a passion for it, and giving that laser feedback to people to help them to improve their public speaking and their leadership skills. And then I thought, why not offer it as a service to people, entrepreneurs, small business owners, and professionals.
Okay. So when entrepreneurs come to you, what are some of the challenges that they face, and how do you help them become unstuck?
Well, I think each coach has their own methodology. One of the key things for me as a coach that I help people with, it's uncovering their belief systems. So looking at both the empowering and the disempowering belief systems. And the disempowering ones, such as people feel that they're not worthy, they're not deserving. So really helping them to surface those belief systems. And then afterwards, we help work on like vision, crafting what is the vision for their life? Who do they want to become? And then I earn my stripes, so to speak, as a coach by the accountability factor. So for example, an athlete, they don't get a sports mentor, they get a sports coach because you want to elevate your performance. Right. So as a coach, I help them and I give them tools and techniques that will help them to improve their public speaking, and I hold them to be accountable for the results.
Okay, so it takes about 21 days to change a behavior, right?
That's
or
right.
to learn a new trick, so to speak.
Sure. I mean, I think there's different, perspectives on that. Some people think it's 21 days, 30 days, 60 days, but definitely it's several weeks.
Several weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. So can you talk about a scenario that happened to you, about something, an incredible transformation that you can share with us?
Oh, absolutely. One of my clients came to me. She was an HR specialist, and one-to-one, she was great in helping clients develop their careers or redirect their careers. And she was preparing for a public speaking engagement where there would be about 50 or 60 people. So she contacted me in order to get some coaching, and through some work we did with videotaping and some laser feedback that I gave her and some specific exercises, she was able to prepare effectively for that. And when she delivered her speech, she really knocked it out the park. And that was really based on the feedback that I gave her.
Yeah. It's amazing. Like you were speaking earlier about limiting beliefs, and there are many talented people who are stuck in the notion of something that was placed on them, an idea, and it grew into a rigid self-concept, and it takes time, years, to take those layers off of whatever message was loaded onto them, probably from the time they were children. So is that something that you do? You help to get people to the next level through just undoing kind of negative programming?
Well, I think you raise a very valid point, Nikki. Our beliefs are really developed over years. So it's family conditioning, societal programming, our education, what experience we're exposed to. And as a coach, I'm not a therapist, and some people may require some sort of deep inner work.
Okay.
So what I really do is when people come to me, they sort of feel stuck and they can't gain momentum. So it's about awareness, being conscious of some of the things that may be holding them back. Mm-hmm. And so I help people to reframe through some of my tools and my techniques. Like one of the key things that I have my clients do is craft a vision and also write out a list of accomplishments that they have done throughout their life, both personally and professionally. And when people look at what they've accomplished, it's pretty amazing that they think that they're being held back when they've had this incredible life's journey. And so I help people to reframe so that they're able, you don't eradicate your limiting beliefs, but you have to replace it with something more empowering.
Okay. So you're not really giving answers. People already have the answers within them.
Absolutely.
Just helping them to kind of verbalize it and frame what that is.
Yes, and I think that's the key. I think that if anyone says that they have the answers, run. Because I don't think there's any human being on the earth who has the answers. And I often believe that people are like diamonds. They're unpolished diamonds. So as a coach, it's my job to just bring out some of those innate skills and really working on the strengths that somebody has and helping them to overcome some of the challenges.
So I hear you're about to release a book very, very shortly. What would the book be about?
Well, thank you for mentioning, Nikki. One thing, though, it's not immediately. It probably is more towards 2018. And this is something that I've sort of struggled with because there's a lot of leadership and communication books out there. And because I've always been on this spiritual journey, I want to infuse more of my spirituality and sort of that vision piece into the book. So I didn't want it to be a book just about leadership and communication, but I really want people to know that they have it in them to achieve their goals and dreams, and that their goals and dreams are worthy to pursue them.
Okay, excellent. And do you have any upcoming events, seminars, workshops?
Well, I am continuing to work one-to-one with clients, and my big projects are I'm working on some online programs for communication skills, as well as a program for women. So it'll be through online modules, and that will be launched probably 2018 because I'm developing the curriculum.
Fantastic. And where can people reach you?
People can reach me at DeborahAngelAustin.com, and Deborah's the old-fashioned way, DeborAh, angel.com. So I would love to hear from all of you. Please feel free to reach out to me via email or a call. I would love to connect with you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing. And we look forward to the book when it's finally out. I need my first signed copy from you.
And Nikki, I have to say thank you for all the incredible work that you do on behalf of the community and just really empowering others. You are an inspiration.
So much. It means a lot. Thank you. Deborah Austin, everyone. All right, we'll be back. Thank you.